Okay, this is your Vedic math duplex, also known as your Dwanda yoga math technique. This is what you're going to use when you're squaring numbers or when you're finding square roots. Okay, this is your duplex. This is how you're going to go about doing it. And what you notice is that, okay, if there's an odd number, okay, an odd number of digits, right? 1, here we have 3. 3 is an odd number. You know, there's 5 here. 5 is an odd number. Okay, the one in the very middle, okay, that's going to be your squared element. Okay, so for example, here, this B is the odd man out. He's the one in the very middle. Okay, so that's going to be the squared element, this one that gets this squared. Okay, otherwise you're working from outward inward. So for example, here in the very bottom, you're kind of working this way in pairs. Okay, like this, A and E, you have 2 times A times E. And here working inward in pairs, B and D. Here you have 2 times B times D. Okay, same with this one, working in pairs. Okay. Remember, going inward in pairs. Okay, in this pattern it extends. Okay, you could do this any number, you could extend this pattern. Okay, so for example, you know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you're going to have 2 times A times G plus 2 times F times B plus 2 times C times E plus D squared. Okay, working inwards. Okay, so that's your duplex. Now we're going to run through some duplex with numbers. So the duplex for the number 345, okay, we just look at our chart. Okay, so we have 2 times 3 times 5 plus 4 squared. Okay, so that's 30 plus 16. So we get 46. Okay, so this is the duplex. Okay, this isn't how you square numbers. This is how you find the duplex of numbers. We're going to be using the duplex to find squares. Okay, so what's the duplex of 1, 2, 3, 4? Okay, just look at our chart. Okay, 2 times 1 times 4 plus 2 times 2 times 3. Okay, remember working in pairs. Okay, what do we get? 8 plus 4 times 3, that's 12. So we get 20. Okay, remember we're just finding the duplex. We're not actually finding squares yet. Okay, so the duplex, it's going to be 2 times 4 plus 3 squared. 16 plus 9, 25. Okay. Just follow this pattern here. Okay, so just looking at it, you see that there's an even number. Okay, so we know there's not going to be a squared element. There's nothing here in the middle. Okay, so we just work inward in pairs. Okay, so we have 2 times 2 times 7 plus 2 times 3 times 6 plus 2 times 4 times 5. Okay, so to square numbers, this is how you use the duplex to do it. So we're going to square this number 235, and what I suggest doing is just putting a line here for your answer. Okay, first thing you're going to do is you're going to take the duplex of this number here, 5. Okay, the duplex of 5, remember that's just going to be a single digit, so it's just this first step up here. Okay, duplex of 5, that's going to be 5 squared, that gives us 25. Okay, so we write a 5, carry a 2. Okay, step number 2, you're going to want to take the duplex of these two numbers. Okay, so that's two numbers. So we look at a chart here. So 2 times A times B. So we have 2 times 3 times 5. Okay, 2 times 3 times 5. So 2 times 3 gives us 6. 6 times 5 gives us 30. So we write like this, 30. Write a 0, carry a little 3. Okay, now we're going to want to take the duplex of these numbers. Okay, so you have 2 times 2 times 5 plus 3 squared. Okay, so that's 20. 20 plus 9. Okay, it gives us 29, so we're going to write 9, carry a little 2. Okay, 9, carry 2. Okay, next you're going to take the duplex. You're going to start working your way out. Okay, so now you're going to erase these little dots. Okay, so now I want to take the duplex of 2 and 3. So that's just going to be 2 times 2 times 3. Okay, that gives us 12. Okay, now I'm going to erase another little dot. Okay, now I just want to take the duplex of 2. Okay, that gives me 4. So now here are your carries. Starting at the right, we have a 5. 2, 3, and 9 makes 2, carrying an extra 1. 1, 2, and 2, that gives us 5. And 4 and 1 gives us 5. So there's our answer. Okay, 235 squared. Okay, let's try an easy one. 42 squared. So here we have our lines. So first thing we're going to do, is we're going to take the duplex of 2. Okay, duplex of 2, that gives us 4. It's 2 squared. Okay, next thing we're going to do is take the duplex of both 4 and 2. So that's 2 times 2 times 4. Or 2 times 4 times 2. That's 4 times 4. That gives us 16. Okay, so we're going to write a 6, carry a 1. Okay, now look, I'm going to start erasing these dots now one at a time. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to take the duplex of 4. That gives us another 16. Okay, doing our carries, we get 1, 7, 6, 4. Our carries go this way. Okay, so here's a bit of a bigger one. So first thing you're going to want to do is start, I guess, I was saying earlier that it doesn't really matter if you go this way when you're doing it or you go this way when you're doing it, as long as you're following the same pattern. So let me show you going this way. Okay, from left to right. We're going to be filling in our answers here from left to right. So you could start here. There's one at the top. Okay, we write a little dot. So we're going to take the duplex of this one here, 1 squared. Okay, that gives us 1. Next, we're going to take the duplex of 1 and 2. Okay, so that's 2 times 2 times 1. Or 2 times 1 times 2. That gives us 4. Okay, next we're going to add another little dot. Okay, so now we have 2 times 1 times 3 plus 2 squared. So 2 times 1 times 3 plus 2 squared. Okay, that gives us 6 plus 4. That gives us 10. So we're like this, 10. Okay, next we're going to add another little dot. So now we're taking this duplex. So this is going to be 2 times 1 times 4 plus 2 times 2 times 3. Okay, that's 8 plus 12. That gives us 20. So we're going to write like this. Small 2, big 0. There's our 20. Write a 0, carry 2. Okay, next we're going to add another little dot. Okay, so now we're going to take this duplex. So we have 2 times 1 times 5 plus 2 times 2 times 4 plus 3 squared. Okay, that gives us 10 plus 16 plus 9. Okay, so that's 26 plus 9. That gives us 35. So we're going to write it like this. Small 3, big 5. Okay, now we're going to start erasing these dots one at a time. Starting from the left. Remember, we're just keeping this pattern going. Okay, first we fill it in with dots and then we start erasing them. So I'm going to erase this first one here. So now I'm taking this duplex. Okay, this duplex is 2 times 2 times 5 plus 2 times 3 times 4. Okay, that's 20 plus 6 times 4 gives us 24. So we have 44. So write a small 4, big 4. There's your number 44. Okay, next we're going to erase another little dot. Okay, so now we're taking this duplex. That's going to be 2 times 3 times 5 plus 4 squared. Okay, that's 30 plus 16. That gives us 46. Okay, so we write a small 4, big 6. Okay, next we're going to erase another little dot. Okay, so now we're going to take this duplex. Okay, that's just 2 times 4 times 5. Okay, that's 8 times 5. That gives us 40. Okay, we're going to erase another little dot. Take the duplex. 5 squared gives us 25. Okay, then if you want, you could erase that last little dot. Remember, we're going to be doing our carries this way. Okay, starting at the right, we have a 5. 2 and 0 make 2. 6 and 4. Okay, 6 and 4 is 10. So I write a 0, carry a 1. Okay, 4, 4 and 1, that's 9. 5 and 4 make 9. 3 and 0 is 3. 2 and 0 is 2. 1 and 14 give us 15. So here is our answer. Okay, so keep in mind when you're doing these duplexing, you're taking these numbers, that notice this time I went from left to right. Okay, the earlier ones I showed you right to left. Okay, that's kind of an advantage of this. You could do it left to right or right to left, as long as you're doing, you're filling in these dots. Okay, then erasing them one at a time. It doesn't matter if you start filling in the dots on this side and then erasing them one at a time, or if you start filling in the dots on this side, okay, and then erasing them one at a time. Okay, either left to right or right to left. Okay, so starting over here at the right, we add a dot. Okay, 5 squared, that gives us 25. Okay, next add another little dot. So 2 times 4 times 5, that's 8 times 5, that gives us 40. Okay, add another little dot. So we have 2 times 2 times 5 plus 4 squared. So 2 times 2 times 5, that's 20 plus 16, gives us 36. Okay, now we add another little dot. So we have 2 times 3 times 5 plus 2 times 2 times 4. Okay, that's 30 plus 16, that's 46. Okay, now we start erasing the dots. Okay, so now we have 2 times 3 times 4 plus 2 squared. Okay, that's 6 times 4, that's 24 plus 4 gives us 28. Okay, erase another little dot. 2 times 3 times 2. Okay, that's 12. Erase another little dot. 3 squared, that gives us 9. Okay, now here's how we do our carries. So 5, 2, 0, 1, 0, 1. 8, 4, and 1, that's 13. 5 and 10. So here's our answer. Okay, see, this way's fast. Once you start learning how to do this stuff, it increases your speed when you're doing your calculations. This is why Vedic math is used on speed tests, speed competitions. Okay, this is really quick trick of doing stuff. Let's try another one. Okay, let's see if we could do this one without writing anything out. Maybe just writing little dots under there. Okay, so for the first one, 4 squared, that gives us 16. Next we add a little dot, so 2 times 3 times 4, that's 24. Okay, add another little dot, 2 times 3 times 4, okay, that's 24, plus 3 squared is 9. 24 and 9 make 33. Okay, now we start erasing dots. 2 times 3 times 3, that's 6 times 3, that's 18. Erase one more dot, 3 squared, that's 9. Okay, that was the final dot there. So you could erase it. Okay, now doing our carries. Starting at the right, get 6, 5, 5, 8, and 3 make 11. So we write a 1, carry 1. 9, 1, and 1 make 11. So here's our answer. Okay, so this is you using your Vedic math to get the answers really fast. Okay, speed maths. Not a lot of people know this trick. Comes in real handy. I'll show you how to use it for algebra. Okay, so remember we could do this from left to right or from right to left. Doesn't matter either way. So let's do it this way. Let's first do this one right to left to right. Okay, so duplex of x, that gives us x squared. Okay, now we add another little dot. So now we're saying 2 times x times 3. 2 times x times 3, that gives us 6x. Okay, then we're going to start erasing the dots. Okay, 3 squared, that gives us 9. Okay, so see how you could use this for your algebra. Okay, what about this one? 3x plus 5 squared. Okay, duplex of 3x, that is 3x squared. Okay, that gives us 9x squared. Okay, remember your algebra, 3x times 3x. Okay, that's going to be 9x squared. Okay, now adding another dot. Okay, 2 times 3x times 5. Okay, that's 6x times 5. 6x times 5 gives us 30x. Okay, then we start erasing these dots. Okay, 5 squared, that gives us 25. Okay, if you wanted to check your answer using maybe a more traditional method, we could always do the FOIL method. Okay, remember the FOIL method, first, outer, inner, last. Okay, this is what we got for our answer here. So let's do a FOIL method. Okay, FOIL method. 3x plus 5 times 3x plus 5. Okay, first. 3x times 3x, that's 9x squared. Outer. 3x times 5, that gives us 15x. Okay, inner. There's another 15x. And the last terms, 5 times 5, that gives us 25. Now combining like terms, we get 9x squared plus 30x plus 25. Okay, it's the same thing we got when we used the Vedic method. So you see, you could use this for your algebra as well. Okay, starting from the left, we have a dot. Okay, so it's going to be x squared squared. We're taking the duplex of that single term, x squared, so that's going to give us x to the 4th. Okay, we could add another little dot. So now we have 2 times x squared times 4x. Okay, that's 8x times x squared. Okay, 2 times x squared times 4x. That's 8x times x squared. Okay, that's 8x cubed. Okay, adding another dot, we get 2 times x squared times 3 plus 4x squared. Okay, so that's 6x squared plus 16x squared. Okay, that equals 22x squared. Okay, now we gotta erase these dots here starting at the left. Remember, this is where we started. We started going this way, so now we gotta start erasing them. Okay, so now we have 2 times 4x times 3. Okay, that's 6 times 4x, that's 24x. And we could erase another dot. So now we just have the duplex of 3, that's just 9. So here's our answer using the duplex method. Okay, you made it to the end of the video. I want to thank you for watching. Please press the like button down below if you'd like to leave a comment or question, and simply subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you.